So the Bronx Bombers tonight were the Bronx Bombers, and bringing it back. I mean, they hit the way a lot of us thought we would hit today. Well, we thought they would hit, I should say. And the Yankees took the first game against the Tigers of the series at home by a score of 10-0. And let's just go over the offense now. So first inning, Gio Urshela had an RBI single. Second inning, Clint Frazier hit his second home run of the season to deep left field. We're seeing signs of life, more life from his bat, so that's a good thing. And keep in mind, too, a lot of folks are saying, let's move Frazier, let's move Hicks, and all that stuff. Well, I can appreciate that. They've both been slumping and whatnot. Frazier I would not give up on. Hicks is starting to show signs of life in his bat, too, so I would be careful there. He's under a very controllable contract, too. And I know folks are saying he's overpaid and this, that, and that, but he makes about $10 million a year for a center fielder who switch hits and puts up moderate production. And when he's on, he's really on. So, and I said this the other day, George Springer's making $25 million a year. He's not twice as good as Aaron Hicks. So, I can understand both sides. And keep in mind, too, if they do happen to move him at some point, the Yankees never got rid of Greg Allen, who they acquired from the Indians in the offseason. So he's still on the alternative site. They never released him. So he's also a younger version of Hicks. And he's got speed. He's got a really good arm. He's not as good of a hitter as some of the other Yankee batters. But then again, they may not need that. But they also have Esteban Florial, so they do have depth. But Greg Allen is a trade. I was talking very positively about this trade early on, and he's still there. So it's an option, but I wouldn't jump on the trade Hicks bandwagon just yet, because he's kind of indicative of the rest of the team too. When the team's hot, he's hot. When the team's cold, he's cold. So, and this team has not really gone on a tear yet. So let's get back to the offense. So Aaron Judge in the third inning hit the first of his 2 home runs tonight, a deep shot to center field, and hit the glass partition beyond the center field wall. So it was a really nice shot. And then Aaron Hicks hit a home run, same inning, and 424 feet to deep left center. And then moving on to the bottom of the fourth inning, Judge came back up and hit a moonshot opposite field to the second deck for a grand slam, making it 8-0 Yankees at that point. Yeah. And then Hicks hit a double, an RBI double, to make it 9-0. And then in the bottom of the fifth inning, Rougned Odor hit a solo shot to the second deck in right field to make it 10-0 Yankees. So, and that wound up being the final score of the game. Now that's the offense. Let's go over to the defense now. The pitching. Excuse me. Gerrit Cole, was the star of the game, but Sessa did come in and stuff like that. And, he threw 6 innings, 84 pitches, gave up 3 hits, no walks, 12 strikeouts. He was absolutely dominant. He's now 4-1 with I think it's a 1.45 ERA. So he's every bit of an ace, as we thought he would be, as we hoped he would be. But he's also made some history today too, and I'm going to go over 3 things. Number one, I'm looking at my board here. This is the first. He had to set a Yankee franchise record with 4 games of 10 or more strikeouts and no walks in the same game in one season. That's the first thing he did. Secondly, he became the first pitcher in Major League Baseball history to have 10 strikeouts, no walks, and 5 or fewer hits in 3 straight games. It's never happened before. And one ridiculous stat this year is the number 3 thing I wanted to mention. 62 strikeouts on the year, 3 walks. 3 walks. Crazy. That's insane. So it shows you how good of control he has and how dominant he is. And he only threw 84 pitches. He has not even hit 100 pitches yet this year, and he's thrown like just a baller ace. So lucky to have Gerrit Cole. And again, the pitchers are starting to kind of get a little bit better behind him. So it was a mile between him and 2 through 5. Now it's maybe a half mile. So closing that gap. So it's a good, encouraging sign for the Yankees. And again, it's good that they were facing Orioles and the Tigers and some of these teams because and even Indians, because they play well against them. So, and I think they took 3 out of 4 from the Indians, and they split the series, I think, with Baltimore now. Hopefully they win the series here with Detroit, but to kind of get them their footing back on track. They're only 2 games under 500 now. They're 12-14. So, good sign. Good sign. Hopefully they continue this momentum. So, that's the recap. I mean, there wasn't really any offense on the Detroit Tigers side except for a couple singles. Cole was that dominant, and so it was a really, really good sign. So that's the recap. That's the recap. If you probably have seen this if you've been watching, but I've been doing trade proposals, and my next trade proposal up is going to be for the Atlanta Braves. Take a look in the description. You'll see a bunch of trade proposals I put forward recently over the last week or two, and you let me know what you think of them if you haven't seen them yet. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you like good baseball content and you want to continue watching good Yankee recaps, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you're notified exactly every time I put out a video. And by the way, if you guys and gals obviously you're baseball fans, but you're also football fans, let me know. I'm thinking of doing a couple of bonus videos. After we're in NFL draft weekend, I'm thinking of doing a breakdown for the New York Jets and a breakdown for the New York Giants. Just the New York teams, because this is strictly a baseball channel, but I want it, since I'm a Yankee fan too, I want to do both New York teams. I'll even do the Buffalo Bills if you want me to do the Buffalo Bills. So, but let me know if there's any interest in that, because I've been watching the draft, and I will put together videos on doing recaps for each one of those teams. So you let me know if that sounds good, if you're interested. But give me your insight. Be on the lookout for my trade proposal for the Atlanta Braves. I think you're going to like it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow.